Yes, I watched this one, MHUD. I watched this video. It's the clearest one yet. I know. I watched this earlier. This is the best visuals that we have for the altercation moments prior to escalation. And I believe the shots get fired right at the end there. Here, we'll watch it one more time. This doesn't show the altercation prior. There are numerous different camera angles at this point. This is one of the best ones to show you like exactly, especially in the moment, like leading up to the shots being fired. Like ICE agent pushes like random legal observers around. Here is the victim trying to get in front of one of the legal observers that's like pushed into the. Here's the ICE agent pushing them into the snow, to the pile of snow. He gets in between. He says, "Stop." He puts his hand up. In his hand, you can see, by the way, in his hand, you can see he has a phone. Okay, he doesn't have a gun. He just has a phone. This is not a Jonathan Ross style situation. This is the victim. He has a phone in his hand. He puts his hand up. He gets pepper sprayed or maced directly in the face. Okay. And he is while he's actively getting pepper sprayed, he is still putting his hand and his body between the pepper spray. One hand holds the phone. One hand is up, putting his body directly in between. Then they pull him off. Then they slam him into the ground. He's also literally trying to crawl away at one point. They pull him back into the altercation. Yeah. So this is, like I said, moments before Alex Paredes shot and killed. Like you can see his face right here. You can see his situation. They're stepping on his head. They're pushing his head down. He is completely under a pile. He's completely under a pile of some of the fattest Gestapo pigs you've ever seen. Both of his hands are on the ground. His hands are not reaching for a weapon at all. Both of his hands are on the ground. Now, take note of the ICE agent, the ICE pig with the gray jacket. His last words were to the woman he was protecting. They were, "Are you okay?" The agent in the gray reaches over the other agents and is seen grabbing something and walking away as the first shot is fired. So by the time where the first shot is fired, the agent in the gray, the ICE Gestapo agent in the gray, seemingly grabs Alex Paredes' licensed carry arm, his licensed firearm, and walks away as the first shot is fired. So we know that he is unarmed. I don't know who shoots the first. I don't know what fell on the ground. I think it was either a taser or like the thing that fell on the ground moments prior to him grabbing the gun. I think it might be a flashlight or something. I'm not sure. Or maybe a pepper spray, like a smaller pepper spray. This was almost certainly a negligent discharge leading to a reaction by agents to mag up into a perceived threat. In one of the videos, you can see the agent in the brown top and blue jeans unholster his weapon at about 37 mark of the video. And a few seconds later, he gets pushed from behind by another ICE agent. The push corresponds exactly to the first shot being fired. Which one is it? Oh, you're talking about the one in the green jacket, right? Or no, brown top and blue jeans. I thought it was the one with the green jacket, but it might be. For the record, none of this spells lawful escalation, okay? None of this is self-defense. None of this is a real moment. Even in the most charitable interpretation, you have a bunch of psychotic ICE agents in a moment of frustration and a moment of panic start mag dumping on a person that they have already visually, physically apprehended. You can see that clear as day. There's bad coordination. There's bad communication amongst the ICE agents. And you will see professional trained law enforcement come out in the upcoming days from this point on that will clearly detail that in the most charitable interpretation, and I do not offer the charitable interpretation in this situation, but they will say in the most charitable interpretation that you can physically gather from what you have seen, that this was a moment of panic and chaos, or a bunch of hopped up ICE agents decided to mag dump on a person that they thought had a gun. Maybe they thought that, maybe they knew he had a gun as they were like going through his pockets. And then one of the ICE agents didn't see that he had a gun in that moment and assumed that he didn't have he had pulled out his service weapon, or not service weapon, sorry, his concealed carry weapon, and they just dumped into him, mag dumped into him. So even in the most like defending the ICE piglets interpretation of events, it is still absolutely indefensible. Yeah, there was no reason for them to approach the guy. There was no reason for them to even be there. But there's certainly no reason for them to approach this person at all. There is no reason to escalate violently. Every step of the way, Alex Preddy did the right thing. He tried to look out for his neighbors, tried to protect his neighbors, and he was shot and killed for that. If you watch the girl in the pink POV, I know, I watched it. You can see the guy in the green jacket walk over, point his gun at his head, and start shooting him. I know. There was no reason to mace him at all. That's another part of the story as well. There was no reason for them to push one of the legal observers into the pile of snow, which is the reason why Alex Preddy intervened to try to de-escalate, mind you. Okay? Yeah. He comes in with an empty hand, frame by frame. Still an empty hand, as you can see here. Go in, reach for something. You can see this dipshit slamming his head, slamming the victim's head on here while this guy is looking for a gun. And then you can see the gun in his hand from this point on. I know, I watched the drop site footage of the lady in the pink. I know, I watched it. If 4 federal agents cannot disarm or restrain a single 37-year-old nurse without executing them, they failed the baseline competency of law enforcement. I mean, yes.